Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If compounding is so powerful, why do most people never experience it in their own lives? Why do small, boring habits feel useless in the beginning, yet life-changing a decade later? What if the real signs of wealth aren't luxury cars or flashy lifestyles, but subtle shifts in behavior, mindset, and decision-making? What if you're already building wealth and don't even realize it yet? And more importantly, what if you're missing the signals that tell you compounding is either working for you or silently against you? In this video, I'm going to break down powerful, often overlooked signs of wealth that come directly from compounding habits, how they show up in real life, why most people ignore them, and how you can intentionally build them starting today. If success is your goal and you're ready to level up, make sure you subscribe. Every video is crafted to move you closer to the life you deserve. Let's begin. Sign 1. Your financial life feels boring, and that's new. There's a strange moment in the wealth-building journey when life stops feeling dramatic. No panic, no excitement, no constant financial adrenaline, and for many people that feels uncomfortable. Most people associate progress with intensity, big decisions, emotional highs, risky moves. But compounding works the opposite way. It thrives in boredom. It rewards consistency, not excitement. This is why seasoned investors often say the most profitable years of their stock portfolio felt uneventful. The mistake people make is assuming boredom means stagnation. They abandon good habits because they're not exciting anymore. They jump between strategies, switch investment platforms, or chase the next trend. What actually works is staying predictable with your behaviors even when emotions disappear. Automated investing, dollar-cost averaging into ETFs, consistently reinvesting dividends, letting compound interest do the heavy lifting. Sign 2. You stop trying to look rich before you are. One of the earliest signs compounding habits are working is a quiet shift in identity. You feel less pressure to signal success. Psychologists call this external validation decay. When long-term goals become clear, the brain stops seeking short-term approval. This is why many quietly wealthy individuals dress simply, delay lifestyle upgrades, and avoid unnecessary status purchases. Most people mistake appearance for progress. They upgrade the car before the investment account. They flex consumption instead of capital growth. The better alternative is allocating surplus cash into appreciating assets, equity growth, index funds, dividend-paying ETFs or retirement portfolios before lifestyle inflation kicks in. A powerful internal question arises. Why don't I feel the urge to prove anything anymore? Because your confidence is no longer social, it's mathematical. Sign 3. Small financial decisions suddenly feel heavy. There's a moment when you start overthinking tiny financial leaks. Not because you're broke, but because you finally understand scale. Spending 12 on something useless used to feel irrelevant. Now it feels like 12 multiplied by time, opportunity cost, and lost compound growth. This isn't frugality, it's future awareness. Most people assume wealthy thinkers obsess over big investments. In reality, they protect the inputs, habits, routines, cash flow discipline. The mistake most people make is labeling this awareness as being cheap and silencing it. They numb that signal instead of respecting it. The better path is conscious spending, aligning every recurring expense with long-term asset allocation goals. The internal question becomes, is this purchase stealing from my future self? And the answer increasingly guides your behavior without guilt. This shift compounds not just money, but self-trust. And soon you'll notice something else changing, how time feels. Sign 4. Time starts feeling more valuable than money. One of the clearest signs compounding habits are working is a shift in what you protect. Early on, people protect money and sacrifice time. Later, wealthy thinkers do the opposite. This happens because compounding doesn't just grow capital, it grows optionality. As investments accumulate, your dependency on hourly income slowly decreases. Investors who consistently prioritize long-term asset growth reduce lifetime working years by 10-15 years compared to income-only earners. Most people stay trapped because they trade time for money indefinitely. They optimize salary instead of equity growth. The alternative is structuring income to support compounding, maximizing tax-efficient investing, reinvesting dividends, building passive income streams from stocks and funds. The internal realization sounds like this: I can earn more money later, but I can't buy back time wasted today. Number 5. Market noise stops controlling your emotions. One quiet but powerful sign that compounding habits are taking root is how differently you react to market chaos. When headlines scream recession, rate hikes, or stock market crashes, your heartbeat doesn't spike the way it used to. You notice the noise, but it doesn't own you anymore. This emotional shift doesn't come from blind optimism. It comes from pattern recognition. Long-term stock market analysis shows that despite hundreds of global crises, wars, recessions, and bubbles, broad equity markets have historically rewarded patient investors. Someone who stayed invested through volatility instead of panic selling often ended up with multiples of wealth compared to those who tried to time exits. What quietly wealthy thinkers do instead is zoom out. They see volatility as the price paid for long-term capital appreciation. They rebalance instead of reacting. They continue dollar-cost averaging into diversified portfolios, knowing that temporary declines often plant the seeds for future returns. And that mental upgrade changes everything. Once emotions detach from daily price swings, discipline compounds faster, and the next sign begins to show up in how you treat risk itself. Sign 6. You become extremely patient with big outcomes. Another sign compounding habits are working is a growing tolerance for delayed results. You stop expecting massive breakthroughs quickly. Instead, you trust accumulation. This patience isn't passive, it's calculated. According to compound growth models, wealth accelerates later, not earlier. The first decade often feels slow, unrewarding, even unfair. But after that invisible foundation is built, growth becomes exponential. Most people quit right before the curve bends upward. They abandon investing, business, or skill building because progress feels too small to matter. They underestimate how compounding behaves early and overestimate how dramatic results should look. They keep funding retirement accounts. They keep reinvesting dividend income. They let their stock portfolio mature instead of constantly reshuffling it for short-term excitement. A common internal question becomes, why am I not rich yet if I'm doing everything right? The honest answer is simple. You're still in the flat part of the curve. Sign 7. You start avoiding smart shortcuts. At some point, you stop being impressed by clever financial tricks. You hear about complex strategies, risky leverage, speculative trades, or overnight wins, and instead of curiosity, you feel caution. That's not fear. That's maturity. Compounding habits train you to value survival over brilliance. Research in behavioral finance shows that avoiding large losses has a greater impact on long-term net worth than chasing high but unstable returns. Most people think wealth comes from being bold. In reality, wealth often comes from being boring and durable. The common mistake is assuming slow equals weak. So people chase smart shortcuts. Options trading without risk management, overconcentration in one stock, or chasing hype-driven investments. The compounding alternative is structural strength, diversification, asset allocation, long-term exposure to equity growth with downside protection. The internal realization sounds like this: I don't need to win fast. I need to stay in the game long enough to win inevitably. Sign 8. Your confidence becomes internal, not loud. One of the most underrated signs of compounding habits is how confidence shifts inward. You don't feel the need to talk about your income, investments, or future plans, not because you're hiding, but because certainty doesn't need witnesses. Psychological studies show that people with long-term financial security experience lower anxiety around external validation. Their confidence comes from systems working quietly in the background: automated investing, emergency funds, growing portfolios, and controlled expenses. Most people use money to feel powerful in front of others. Compounding thinkers use money to feel calm alone. Instead of announcing wins, you review spreadsheets. Instead of bragging, you rebalance. Instead of explaining, you execute. The question changes from, do they think I'm successful, to, is my financial system improving month after month? Sign 9. You feel safer, even without lifestyle upgrades. Here's a sign almost nobody talks about. You feel financially safer before your lifestyle changes. Your car may be the same. Your house may look ordinary, but internally, fear reduces. Bills don't cause panic. Unexpected expenses feel manageable instead of catastrophic. This sense of safety comes from liquidity, asset buffers, and predictable cash flow, not from appearances. According to wealth psychology research, perceived financial security is more strongly tied to net worth growth than income level. Most people wait for lifestyle upgrades to feel successful. Compounding habits reverse that order. Security comes first. Lifestyle follows later, if at all. The mistake people make is assuming visible upgrades equal progress. But many high earners live with constant stress because their assets haven't caught up with their consumption. The internal question becomes, why do I feel calm even though nothing looks different? Because real wealth stabilizes emotions long before it upgrades aesthetics. And once safety is established, the final sign emerges, the one that changes how you see the future entirely. Sign 10. You stop chasing the finish line. The ultimate sign that compounding habits are working is this. You stop obsessing over arrival. You no longer fixate on a specific number, age, or milestone as the moment life finally begins. Instead, you focus on staying aligned with behaviors that keep compounding working. This shift is powerful because it removes desperation. You stop forcing outcomes. You stop comparing timelines. You trust trajectory over speed. Most people burn out chasing financial freedom like a finish line, but those who win treat wealth as a direction, not a destination. The internal realization becomes, if I keep doing this, results are inevitable. And that belief changes how you wake up, how you work, and how you wait. If these signs resonate with you, understand this. You're not late, you're layered. Compounding habits don't feel dramatic. They feel quiet, slow, and almost invisible until one day they're undeniable. I'm grateful for the chance to share these insights with you. If this video made a difference, like it, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe for more powerful tips. Tell yourself, I am wealthy in the comments, if you are ready to become wealthy soon. If you're curious about 10 signs someone is rich but will never show it, that's exactly what I cover in the next video. See you there.